Here begins Lesson 10.5, Part 2 video, focusing on the distance formula. So midpoint found in the middle between 2 points. Distance is going to find the distance between 2 points. And again, you'll notice a couple similarities. You're comparing x's and y's, but this is actually an improvement or a modification of the Pythagorean theorem. We're going to find the difference now in the x's and the difference in the y's. We're going to square each difference, add them together, and square root. Sounds complicated, but it's basically very similar to the Pythagorean theorem. So here we have 2 coordinates. Remember that they are ordered pairs, so my x values are my 5, and my 1. Okay, so it says that distance is equal to the square root of my differences in x's squared plus the differences in my y's. Notice that's minus and negative. So distance is equal to 4 squared plus 5 squared, all in the square root. So again, remember that plus and negative, or minus and negative, is plus. Distance then is equal to the square root of 16 plus 25. Distance then is equal to square root 41. And we can take the root of that and get a decimal. And that would be approximately 6.4. Okay, our next one, same thing. Distance is equal to the square root of differences in a's, or x's, and then we're going to square that, plus the difference in our y's, which is -2 minus a -7, quantity squared. So d will equal -9 quantity squared plus, and then again remember that minus negative is plus. So -2 plus 7 is 5 squared. So if we square that, we get square root of 81 plus 25, which gives us 106. And then if we take the square root of 106, we get 10.3. Alright, our last 2 examples, we're asked to simplify in radical form, and not to leave decimals. So if we take a look at our first one, we have distance is equal to square root our differences in x's, so 6 minus 4 quantity squared, plus our difference in y's, which is -2 minus 5. So distance is equal to the square root of 2 squared plus -7 squared. So that's equal to the square root of 4 plus 49, which is equal to the square root of 53. And 53 is good enough. I don't believe we can simplify that any further. Our last one, distance is equal to difference in x's, which is -5 minus 6 squared, plus our differences in y's, -2 minus a -4. So distance is equal to square root of -11 squared, plus, and again remember that we have minus a negative, which gives us, and this gives us again -2 plus 4, so 2 squared. So distance is equal to the square root of 121 plus 4, So distance is equal to the square root of 125. And this breaks down to 5 and 25, which is 5 and 5. There's a pair there. So distance is equal to the square root of 5 squared times 5, which comes out. So distance is equal to 5 root 5. And this ends the video.